Okay, I want to talk about the difference between resources and resourcefulness. So, I have some mason jars here. I've got some tennis balls. I've got some ping pong balls. I have some oven cleaner, which we don't need. And I have some rye, okay? So, these jars represent your resources. Maybe you have a few resources, and maybe you have some more resources, okay? Now, how does life go? Well, normal life, we have some things that are really important, some things that are less important, and some things that really aren't all that important at all. And basically, in normal life, we just kind of haphazardly dump out our resources and split them into these things, right? And life just comes along and we just go along, filling things up as they come along, and so on and so forth. And eventually we reach a point where there's no more room for important things that come along. And so what do? We freak out, and there are various ways you can go. You can try to get more resources, because if you had more resources, all of this would fit just fine and make a really bad mess for someone else to clean up. But the problem is, getting more resources isn't something that you can usually do in a moment, right? And so, while that's a really great thing to worry about long term, and you can find another job where you make more money, or you can teach yourself to sleep fewer hours at night, or you can take classes to learn a new language, or learn to think critically better than you did before, those are all long-term goals, right? So what could you do right here, right now, to vastly improve the impact of the decisions that you make in life? Well, you could prioritize. So let me show you how to do that. So here's all the stuff that wouldn't fit in here before. All right? And so if we take all of this and we start picking things out based on how important they are, then all of a sudden, what we can do, if we arrange it intelligently, is we can actually fit almost all of the important stuff in there. And now, I'll make a big mess if I try, but we could actually fit in, if we're intentional about it, we can actually fit in almost everything that we had before. Maybe I'll stop here, but you get the point, right? If I put all this in here, all that we'd have left is one of these and just a little of this that doesn't fit. Whereas before, we couldn't fit in this, whatever this really important thing is. Do you understand? And so, this is resourcefulness. Prioritizing your life by what's most important will help you get a lot more out of it. And at the end of the day, even though you're handling it differently, at the end of the day, the difference in what you have to do is very minor. Like I said, we had one of these and a little of this left over. But the difference in the impact can be enormous. So, I invite you to think about how to increase your resources. But that's a long-term goal. Think more about how you can increase your resourcefulness. And if you need help in that, this is a book you should check out. It's called Joy on Purpose. I wrote it. And in it, you'll find lots and lots and lots of practical tools for how to organize your life by importance.